Streamy Elements says SkyeMorph is now live. Streaming art, more working on Twitch Sings and Act.
Afternoon. So yeah, I made it to today's stream. So as you may notice, I wasn't streaming yesterday, and that was because I went to see a show. The weather yesterday, to be honest and to be fair, was horrendous. It was so bad. Oh, it was raining. It didn't stop raining. I don't think it ever stopped raining. It stopped for a bit, but it just continued raining. And the thing is that since I was queuing for a show that was not guaranteed that I would guarantee entry, I went an hour early. Luckily, I was really well prepared, because I always, before I go out, I look at the weather forecast. And I knew yesterday's forecast was like going to be heavy rain. So I was like, okay, dress slightly warm. Make sure I bring wear jeans, but bring a raincoat and bring an umbrella as well. And just bring one bag. The raincoat literally saved me. The raincoat, I have a purple raincoat. It's like a Carol Mori raincoat, but it did wonders. Like, the combination of raincoat and umbrella meant that I could literally be queuing outside in the rain for hours, and I kind of still would be dry, because that's what happened yesterday. I believe I was queuing in the rain, heavy rain, initially for like an hour. Massive crowds yesterday where I was. It's a big thing. I'm not gonna say what show I went to watch. Just to say it was a festive edition, and there was a lot of people. But yeah, it was very popular. Incredibly, loads of people queuing. As someone who goes to conventions a lot, and someone who's used to queuing for signings and stuff, I don't think they were the best organized in terms of queues. They kind of was, they kind of got it done, but we were just we're doing a walk around, like a snake walk around, in the pouring rain. Like I said, I'm thankful for the raincoat I got and the umbrella. I was fine. I was fine standing in the rain for hours. There was 3 guys behind me who were not prepared. They were wearing casual spring denim jackets, and they were drenched in the rain. They kept complaining behind me as well, saying, oh, God was so mean to us, pouring down rain. It's you should have just checked the forecast before you left. I understand if people just take the time to just look at the forecast before you leave. But yeah, I was with them for an hour. They were funny. They were complaining about the rain, trying to find shelter wherever they could. They were very funny, I think. But yeah, after an hour of queuing in the rain, got a ticket finally. Went to eat quickly. There was queues for the toilet. I was ugh. And then got back, and the queues were still a mess, and we actually had to re-queue. So imagine going through an hour queue, right, to get tickets, and then you'd go back into a queue to get in to the venue. So literally that's what we did. But I think, thank God, that the second queue wasn't too long. It was probably about 20-30 minute queue, maybe 20-minute queue, so it wasn't that much. So overall, the queuing that I did yesterday was 1 hour, about 1 hour and a half of queuing in the pouring rain. Someone turned on the shower. Yeah. We got a bot here, but yeah, that's fine. I'm gonna ignore the bot. So, yeah, that's and I mean, you know, I got a good seat actually. I was quite near the stage. I was quite impressed. Like, you know, just an hour before queuing, I got a pretty good seat. The show itself, you know, was meant to be like a stand-up comedy show. It was meant, you know, I thought it would be funny because I kind of saw it on TV before, like the comedians there, but to be honest, it wasn't great. It fell a bit flat. There was 3 comedians overall.
French Garlic Bread says hello.
Bonjour, French Garlic Bread. I'm just talking about what happened, what I did yesterday. Yesterday I went queuing for the show, and I literally spent 1 hour and a half queuing in the pouring rain to get into a show that I thought was mediocre at best. And I was like, okay, well, I know that I'm not gonna go see this show again. It was good, you know, it was okay, but it felt a bit flat. I was a bit disappointed with the 3 comedians, the 3 acts that were there. I was like, they're, you know, not that funny. And to be honest, since I wasn't at the front, the comedians only interact with the people at the very, very front. And they were filming some of the audience, but mostly the front. So I think it's safe to say that I'm not going to appear on TV. Not that I wanted to appear on TV. I just wanted to like watch a show. But I know that I won't go again. But oh my god, the weather yesterday was so bad. It was so bad. Luckily I was prepared. I bought an umbrella.
French Garlic Bread says, oh, that's too bad. At least it was free, I guess.
Yeah, it was free. That's the positive point, is that it was free, and I did a bit of shopping after, so it was fine. It was like a free show. I'm not gonna say what show I watched. It's gonna be broadcast later, but it was a good show. It was an okay show, a bit mediocre meh show. I wouldn't have paid for it, to be honest, to watch, but it's free, so it's fine. I think you know, I'm surprised of how resilient I am standing in the rain for like 1 hour and a half just to go watch a free show. But as I said, if I paid tickets I would expect better, but you know, this wasn't a paid event, so it was free. But yeah, I enjoyed myself. It was good. Today's weather for me is much better. No more rain. I'm getting a bit sick of seeing the rain after being in it for an hour or so. I did go for my blood test. Oh god, the surgery. The doctor's practice was so crowded, so many people, and I knew it. I always, whenever I go to the doctor's practice, I know they're never gonna see me in 15 minutes. They never, and I knew it. Like, I was waiting there for half an hour. Just for them, you know, half an hour, just for like a quick blood test. The nurse, she seemed quite, you know, overworked. So also, you know, cleared the whole room of people. You know, somehow they can never find my veins. It's really annoying. But thank God this nurse, she was a bit more expertise. You know, I kept clenching my hand. She found my vein. She drew I don't know, like 2 vials of blood from me. I still have my bandage on because it's still, you know, bleeding. I'm not going to take off till tomorrow. But yeah, and I collected some stuff, and you know, I'd say the good thing is that the weather is really good, and I'm now here resting, so that's good. Philo, you
French Garlic Bread says, I also need to do a blood test tomorrow morning, haha.
Yeah, hopefully you have veins so the nurse can find them more easily. But Philo, I wanted to ask, how was your doctor's appointment today? I mean, I went for a blood test. You probably they diagnosed you, right?
French Gallic Bread says it was literally everything you said, word by word.
Angina, you're gonna do an ECG, you're gonna do an echo. By the way, I'm not a doctor. I'm not a doctor. The reason why I know this stuff, I know these things, is because I used to study pharmacology in university. So yeah, I kind of know angina, and also I went through ECG and echo, so that's how I know. Okay, I'm not a doctor, by the way. I'm someone who did study science for 4 years, so I'm kind of a little science literate, but yeah. I knew it would be that. So are you gonna go hospital checks then? Did they arrange what I said?
French Gallic Bread says I don't have angina, but I have to do the echography and the electric plastic thingies.
Okay, so echo and ECG, basically. So you don't have angina, which is odd because angina is chest pain. So, I don't know, heart palpitations, it might be irregular. So tachycardia, it might be tachycardia. Okay, so...
French Gallic Bread says what is angina, by the way?
By the way, disclaimer, I am not a doctor, but angina is chest pain. It's chest pains. My mum had it, I think. It's chest pains. It's I think it's blood supply to the heart. So the veins that are supplying the blood vessels that are supplying, blood to the heart is actually quite narrow and thin. So that's not good for the actual condition of the heart, because your heart, right, pumps blood around the body, but it also needs its own blood supply. So that's like the heart blood vessels. It's related to the actual blood supplying the heart. So because the heart provides blood for the whole body, and then you've also got a separate blood veins that supply nutrition to the heart. So it's related to that. Tachycardia is a bit different. Tachycardia is like the amount of beats that your heart is pumping blood around the body. So if you're having palpitations, it's related to tachycardia.
French Gallic Bread says, how do you even heal angina? With pills or something?
Yeah, aspirin. Aspirin is the common reliever for angina. I don't know how to actually treat angina itself, like if they dilate the actual heart blood vessels. They're quite narrow. I don't know particularly how they would do that. As I said before, I'm not a doctor. It's most likely to do with health, lifestyle and things like that. But I'm glad it's hopefully it's, I think tachycardia, angina kind of, both not good, because they both lead to heart attacks anyway. Not to scare you, anyway. They're two different conditions. They're not the same. Saying this from someone who has a little bit of scientific background. But I hope you're feeling well. So they say that my blood tests I did today. Pulse tension,
French
heart
Gallic
rhythm.
Bread says the doctor said my pulse, tension, and heart rhythm is the heaviest it can be, so I dunno.
Yeah, I don't know neither. That's something that a scan could tell you. Not an ECG. An echo can tell you that. An echo will tell you exactly maybe what's wrong. Not too sure. I'm not too sure then. I think, yeah, you just need to go to do the echo and see what the results. Because they'll, you get an image of your heart.
French Gallic Bread says echo is the cold gel thing, right?
Yep, it's an ultrasound of your heart. Ultrasound of your heart. They'll smear cold gel on you. They'll poke you with a roller machine. mine, you can get it done in like 10 minutes. Like, I got mine done in like 10 minutes. So, not a big deal, so...
French Gulick Bread says I definitely won't look at whatever pictures their evil machines print out.
You won't get to see the pictures. You'll be lying back. You'll be breathing in and out. You won't even get to see the machine. I probably won't get to see the images on my Echo. They'll just tell me the results through words. I probably, when I see the doctors laugh out loud. When I go and see the people at the hospital this month, they'll tell me all the results of whatever. I can't be bothered to chase my doctor's practice on results. I can't be bothered. Like, I'd rather just wait and then just tell me what's going on. They usually will be saying, oh, you know, your kidneys are fine, your liver's, you know, okay, or like, when I had my mother's results for her echo, they were saying, like, you know, left ventricular was slightly smaller, but it was still okay. So I just take their word for it. So you don't actually get to see the pictures. The consultants or doctors or whatever, they'll look at it and they'll tell you the results. I don't think you ever get to see the pictures of the ultrasounds. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. I was, really anxious about the blood test as always, because I hate needles so much. But yeah, I'm so thankful that nurse, she was great. Oh, so glad that my hand didn't need to be pricked or anything like that. I'm so glad. She even knew that getting pricked by the hand was painful. So she just, I was just like trying to help her find my veins, and oh, thank God. I didn't know that she actually drew like 2 vials of blood out of me. So yeah, she took a lot of blood from me. So, but I'm glad it's done. I don't have to do it for a while. I'm gonna be so annoyed if they tell me I've got to do yet another blood test. I'm sick of these blood tests. I don't want any more needles being stuck in me. I really hate needles. What a pain. But yeah, so speaking of which, today's stream's just gonna be more of Twitch art, because I didn't do it yesterday. I did finish the animation project I was working on. The problem is, it's too big. The file is too big. I can't actually process it, so I have to keep trying. I'll try today to process the animation, but I'll do it. Also, in other news, finally, the Skeb voice actors got back to me, and I finally have the voice lines I need to do my first animation. I've got a few more voice actors who accepted my requests. Sadly, Skeb is a painfully slow website for commissions. They take months. They take a whole month to do a commission. I don't expect to see those lines until December, but I have one project ready. My plan is that either if I finish the Twitch chibis and stuff, I'm gonna get to work on this original animation. I have the files. You know what? I had the files and then I had to switch. So I'm gonna just quickly show my desktop. But yes, I have these files. These are my the voice actors I commissioned. They finally gave me these important files that I need to make my original animation. Quite excited. If you're wondering, I haven't heard them yet. I've kept them. I wanted to listen to them live on stream. I don't know when I'm gonna do that. It's either gonna be, I was thinking on my birthday stream, I wanted to listen to them, and then I'll process them in ToonSquid. I'll splice the lines, or I could splice the lines in Audacity and then put them in Clip Studio Paint. But I'm very excited. I've been very patient. I have not heard these lines yet. These are like lines that I thought of them, and I kind of put them in the storyboard, and I gave that to the voice actors as guidance, and I gave them a script and stuff, and these are the voice lines that I got back from them. So I'm quite excited to kind of listen to them. I was thinking what I should do on my birthday stream, or what I should do next week. I wanna maybe, it would be probably that I would start this original animation. That's what I want to do. Gonna listen to these lines and process them in probably ToonSquid for now, because ToonSquid's more reliable and more stable than Clip Studio Paint. And I also wanna, I mean, I'm not gonna neglect Clip Studio Paint. I wanna do some like fan art of some couples, what I really like. I really want to draw Alfred and Aaliyah from Fire Emblem Engage, because I've been following a few artists on Twitter who do fan art of them, and it just made me like reminisce and miss when I used to draw them a lot. So I kind of, that's what I want to draw for like my birthday stream maybe. And definitely doing this animation project. I really want to do that. Since I finished my original, the animation I was working on, it means that, you know, I've
French Bread says sounds like you have a whole lot of work to do, ha. Seems overwhelming, ha ha.
Yeah, I'm like that. I just like pile on project after project after project, and it will depend if I can finish them or not. Some projects I successfully finish, like the animation I did for the artist's birthday. I did that. That was a project. I have a few projects that I have finished but haven't released because I find it's not like a good time to do it yet. But on my birthday, I think I'm gonna release one of the animations I was doing, and then I think on the 22nd of October, I'm gonna release another animation I finished. But yeah, I work on like loads of projects. Some artists just like to do that. They just work on like 1,000 you know, work in progresses, and some of them get finished and some of them don't. So it's just, yeah, it's just I wanna do them because I already put the money into like hiring the voice actors, so I'm definitely gonna go through with it. For now though, in this stream, all I want to do is get these chibis done and finish the banner. Sadly though, the logo I commissioned is gonna take a bit longer. It was because I requested a revision. That was partly my fault, well, partly me to blame, so understandable that it's been delayed, but yeah. I'm gonna get to work on this now. But it feels good when I finish a project. It feels like accomplished. So I'm happy that previous animation I was doing is now finished. So all I gotta do is now I'm fighting with Clip Studio Paint. Because, you know, it won't let me process the file. So I'm just gonna keep trying because eventually I'm gonna, you know, get it to work. But yeah, next time I'm not gonna be that ambitious with Clip Studio Paint. I'm not gonna do any...
French Bread says I really don't know how you manage to work on multiple things all at once. I can't do that at all.
I think it's just an artist thing. An artist will just jump from project to project, and it's just things that I keep in mind. I've got like so many projects that I haven't said that I'm currently doing. Like you know, there's animation projects I have planned, but also you know, I've been doing comics as well, and they've been, you know, sometimes on and off. I don't know, it's just it's an artist thing, I'd say. It's just like, you know, very hard to commit sometimes. I try though. Just a moment. I need to mute the mic for a bit, and then I'm going to be back. I wanted to make a comment about the mic as well, but I need to mute my mic for a bit.
French garlic bread says no problem.
Woohoo! Yeah, sorry about that. Someone came back and they ranted for a bit, but it's fine. It's fine. It's all good. I can leave on the mic longer, and of course the stream is now early, so I can now finish. In 2 hours. So I definitely can do a 2-hour stream today. I hope starting from like next Friday, which is my birthday, I can do even longer streams. Hopefully, maybe I can stream for 4 hours instead of 2. I hope. And see what happens if I stream longer than, the 2 hours. Although I can't promise you that I will always be streaming like, over 2 hours or 4 hours. I certainly hope for my birthday stream I'll be able to stream much longer, like instead of 2 hours, stream for 4 hours. Of course, tomorrow I can't stream. I've got to go academy. I call it academy. The academy, they're good people, but sometimes they're just incredibly unorganized. They'll say one thing and then it's another thing. I don't know if tomorrow's session is going to be online or if it's going to be in their actual academy. So I've been trying to chase the people, asking them if that's the case. So literally, but regardless, I do have to go out tomorrow because I have a kind of a loyal Etsy customer who bought something again from me, so it means I have to go to the post office to post the package off. Very nice person, very grateful that people are buying stuff from my Etsy shop. It's not a big Etsy deal shop, it's just things that I've like basic stickers and standees and keychains. Just keychains are very niche characters, not popular characters, like incredibly niche fandoms.
French garlic bread says I don't want to sound stupid, but what is an academy?
An academy is like a school. It's a school. The barista academy that I call it an academy because that's what they call it. It's a school. It's a school. Academy is like a posh way of saying a school.
French garlic bread says, is it like more advanced than an university or something?
No, No, not really. There's no rank. It's just it's a specialized school. So they only teach baristas in that place. They don't like do anything else. Really need to do this, so I'll probably do this as well. I have a dark version of this though. So yeah, don't mind me. As I said, as an artist, I do jump back and forth between projects. I guess maybe so that I'm like a multitasker. I kind of like to work on different things and keep track of different things. It's kind of like if you're browsing on the internet and you can't stay on one tab, so you've got like several tabs open and you switch between the tabs. That's kind of like a simpler form of like the way that I multitask.
French Gallic Bread says I can't have more than 3 tabs open, otherwise I get so confused, haha.
I've got like loads of tabs open. But I mean, I try and limit my tabs, like maybe no more than 10, because the reason why is because the more tabs you have open, the harder it is for your computer to process it. It really takes away the CPU. So I try not to have that many tabs open. Sometimes I maybe have about like maybe up to 10 tabs open, maybe below 10 tabs open. That's what I usually do. As you can see on my current Clip Studio, I've got several tabs open. Because I know that I'm going to be working on them and I'm going to be jumping on these tabs, so I know what to do. Oh dear. Yeah, when working on Clip Studio, when you're using the fill tool, you can switch between what layers to be referred to. Generally for illustrations, I would switch to reference layer. And if I was working on my animations, it would be the layer in the folder. But yeah, for now, since this is an illustration, it's gonna be this reference layer that looks like a lighthouse. But yeah, and then you can easily select the layers based on the reference. But I'm so glad that most of the chores and most of the stuff that I've done is like completed and I get to rest at home. And the weather's nicer and it's not raining and yeah. And I get to do an early stream and that's always good. I'll get to finish early and maybe rest up. I am a bit sleepy. And I'll get ready for tomorrow. I don't really know what is going to be involved in the focus group. I've helped out my Barista Academy before. I've helped them with mock interviews and I don't know, I don't think my opinions really mattered because they had 3 candidates. They were looking for a new teacher and they had 3 candidates and I thought one of the candidates was good. But they ended up picking another candidate, so my views didn't really matter at all. But they do 3 courses, and they're really good because normally, if I want to get certification, it would cost money. But if I do it through the Barista Academy, it doesn't cost me anything. So that's why I'm still in contact with them. It's good to learn new skills from them. So like to continue to help them. I don't know what this focus group is going to be based on a past course that I did. And since it's been a while, I don't particularly remember what happened in that course. So I'll see like how it goes. I don't even know if it's online or if I have to drag my ass over there. Nobody's gotten back to me, and that's the bad thing about the academy. They're just very disorganized and they're very hard to get a hold of. But I still think they're good. They're really doing good for the community, and they help people out like me. So I think it's important that I'm still in contact with them. And it doesn't cost me any money to attend any of their courses or activities or such. Well, it cost me the transport fee. That's about it. Normally for stuff like this courses, you have to like pay out of your
French
pocket.
Gullick Bread says you get what you get when it's free, I guess.
Yeah, I get what I get. But this is not... The courses are like well worth it. The courses, I learn a lot and I get certificates and, you know, I get tested properly. It's good. It's just their organization is terrible, because sometimes they say that it will happen on one day and it happens on the next, and then sometimes when I arrive they're closed and they are a bit disorganized. I'm just gonna wing it. I'm just gonna go there tomorrow and see what happens, unless they tell me that I don't have to go and I could do it from home or something. But they're still good. So it's nothing much to say about that. So, but this is it's not, I guess I'm going to help them out because it's a focus group. So I guess, but I don't understand why for a focus group it needs to be that long, or why I actually need to attend it. But they'll probably compensate me in some way. I hope they compensate me in some way, but it's fine. I've been working them for like maybe 2 years now, so yeah, it's fine. It's not like I have anything else to do. Okay, this is finally
French
done.
Gullick Bread says what is a focus group?
A focus group is it's like research purposes. Like you have a group of people, and say for this one I've done a course, so we all get together and we just like talk about the course and I guess how to improve it and our opinions on the course. It's like a big feedback. It's like a big feedback research opportunity, I guess. Yeah, focus group would be like something that you want to research. So say you wanted to research, I don't know, a lesson plan or like a product. You have like a group of people and yeah, you feedback on it. That's what a focus group is. I don't know, in France you have anything like that?
French Gullick Bread says I feel like a toddler asking you those basic English questions. Bleh.
That's fine. Don't know, I feel like it's quite common, focus groups. It's more like something companies use to research. Yeah. Maybe I should do it the other way. Yeah. Alright, this is done for now because I don't have my logo, because that's been delayed until the end of October. So this is done for now. Oh no, unless I decided to shade the thing. Okay, I'm gonna do that, and then I'm really gonna leave this thing alone because I think it's pretty good now the way it is. So I can finally go to do chibis, I think. I was working on it a bit though.
French Gullick Bread says I just noticed, my eyes are blue and yellow, and my hair is brown. It's opposite to yours.
Haha, yeah. The hair is blue and yellow because it's my favorite color. The brown is because my eyes are brown. So that's why. thought that I could have maybe done blue and yellow eyes as well, but I don't know, I kind of wanted to contrast it, so I went with brown eyes. Okay, time to close this. Time to actually work on this. Okay. Yeah, so anyway, yeah, the rest of this week is gonna be these chibis, and hopefully if I do finish, I can finally do some animation projects. The one I mentioned, and I was doing a Fire Emblem one as well. I don't know how much I should show off of it, because I'm still doing the backgrounds. Maybe I'll do it, but I probably won't save the VOD. I'm scared of copyright. Like I said before, I have like so many projects I want to work on. I feel like if I don't work on them, I'm gonna like forget. Like I have like early Alzheimer's disease or something.
French Gallic Bread says, speaking of copyrights, that Pokemon playlist muted 2 parts of your video.
Yeah. I actually not. Was it? Yeah, I think it's the Pokemon playlist, and also that Nintendo playlist as well. It muted parts of the audio. Yeah, I realized that, but like I said, Twitch has a good feature that if it is copyrighted, it just mutes it, and it's still fine. You won't get a copyright strike. So that's okay. That's fine, because I specifically look for playlists that are like hassle-free, not that many copyrights. But say that if I was working on like Fire Emblem Engage or like Torchwood fan art, and I play something that is not like authorized or something, I don't want to get into trouble for that. So that's why I need to be cautious, because that stuff comes from my own like audio. So I don't want to get in trouble for that. I'm just being very cautious.
French Gallic Bread says copyrights might be the most confusing concept humans ever made.
It's true. It's like, you know, they're intellectual property, so you're not allowed to like profit of, but unless, you know, maybe you have transformative work and it becomes fair use. I don't particularly understand either how the copyright works. I mean, I think as long as you don't profit off it too much, you're okay. They don't care. But if you're like massively popular and you're really like ripping it off in an illegal way or something, then they go after you. And then it sometimes depends on different companies, like Sega. I'd say Sega are pretty lenient with their copyright law, but Nintendo are harsh. Nintendo don't allow you to like profit off of their intellectual property, so they go after like, you know, the fan projects and stuff like that. Or stuff like Hoyoverse, Genshin Impact. They're very lenient on their intellectual property, so they allow artists to do various fan art and like sell for profit. But you know, like some like series, they don't allow you. But I guess it just really depends on like what company and what intellectual property it is, I guess. For me, since I'm not like popular artist and I'm not really like making a profit, I assume it would be fine even if I did show like the fan arts and stuff. I feel like I maybe need to be careful.
French Gallic Bread says so a big artist isn't allowed to draw Nintendo stuff on stream basically.
Something like that. Yeah, they're not allowed to, like... No, I guess they're allowed. They just can't make massive profits off of it. Like, huge chunks of profit. Like, you know, I think they wouldn't like that. They wouldn't like that at all. I don't think so, though. I think an artist is free to do whatever they want because it's kind of fan art, so it belongs to the transformative fair use policy. But you never know, because as I said before, Nintendo are very serious about their copyright, and they go after any company, any indie company that do like fan edits or like fan games of their property. So, as I said before, it depends on the company. I don't know exactly what Twitch's policies are. There is, I feel like there is kind of some sort of protection because, you know, the stream like lots of Nintendo games, and I guess Nintendo are okay with it. Like I said, I'm definitely not a lawyer, so I don't know, but. In my case, I don't know, I just want to be careful. I want to be cautious that I'm not doing the wrong thing. I certainly don't know what the BBC's policy is with their intellectual property. I have absolutely no idea. So I need to be careful if I'm working with their property, intellectual property. I'd assume with Fire Emblem it probably is okay. I assume it will be okay. But with the BBC, I do not know. Peter, are you gonna ask me what the BBC is?
French Gallic Bread says I mean if anyone ever uses characters or concepts of my game, I would be the happiest person alive, haha.
Yeah, of course. Any indie gamer would be really happy if fan art was drawn of them. I would be happy if people drew my characters and my ideas and such. I'd be super happy. But these companies, since, you know, they're like multi-million billion-dollar franchises, is different, right? They don't want people profiting off of them. So, it's different, I guess. Indie companies are chill. Indie companies are so cool with, like, intellectual property.
French Gallic Bread says, and of course I know what the BBC is. Come on.
Alright, you know what the BBC is. I really love Torchwood, so as a BBC intellectual property, so I gotta be careful with things that I do with Torchwood. So, yeah, I'm just very cautious. So, yeah. Okay. But anyway, the good thing is that today I'm not working with any intellectual property since, you know, this design's mine. So I'm free to do whatever I want with my own persona. Well, my own PNG persona. Also, my original characters, I'm free to do whatever I want with them. So that's good. It's a good thing. I think you have like kind of two, maybe three types of artists. Like artists who love to do fan art, artists who like to do their own concepts, or you have like a hybrid of
I'll
both.
grab some water. You should do too. Be
Yes.
right back.
Of course, yeah. I'll probably do that as well. Go grab water. Go grab drinks. So, I hope the audio quality is good. I got the pop filter / wind cover that I've placed onto my microphone because I noticed when watching my VODs back, there's been a lot of peaking, a lot of things like that. So I hope this kind of improves the audio quality and maybe it might protect my mic. I understand that I've been watching the VODs back and I noticed that there is kind of glitches and blips and bloops. That's not the microphone, that's the software I'm using. That's the software's fault. Sadly, I can't do anything about the little glitching that can be heard. Yeah, sorry about that. But I'm trying to improve the audio quality in terms of peaking and the rusting of the vocals. I hope the little pop filter, what's it called? It's a microphone windscreen. So I hope the windscreen I bought, hopefully, as it says, it reduces ambient wind, popping and other noises. So hopefully it improves the microphone quality in that way. It won't stop the glitching. How can I explain it? The glitching of my voice, because that's the software is processing the sounds coming into the microphone. So that's not the actual microphone, that's the software that's using the microphone. So if there's always glitching of the voice, that's not the microphone's problem, that's the software's problem. So I apologize for that. I can't change the software I'm using. I need it. I actually paid for the software as well, so I'm definitely going to be using the software all the time. So hopefully this is the best I can do to improve the audio quality. I hope so. Maybe the next thing I want to buy for my microphone is a proper stand. The stand it comes with, I think, is a kind of not very good. It's a bit flimsy. So I'm thinking about buying an actual stand for the microphone. I don't have enough room to mount it and attach it like a clip, but I want to buy at least a solid stand for the microphone. So that will be next, I think.
French garlic bread says water obtained.
Yay! I was just talking about the microphone quality of my streams because I do watch my VODs back just to assess the audio quality. I got a windscreen for the microphone, so hopefully there's not that much popping. Sadly, there'll still be glitches in my sound. And that's because of the software I'm using. So that's not related to the microphone at all. That's just related to the software. But yeah, my microphone has a cozy windscreen on it, so it looks like a proper microphone. I do want to buy like a proper base for it.
French garlic bread says the quality is great. I can understand you crystal clear.
I mean, yeah, but it's just me. I think you may notice that I'm very incredibly sensitive and picky. I understand that. I think you think my quality is good, but in my opinion, I think it's still, not the best. But yeah, I've done what I can to improve, kind of make small adjustments to improve the quality of the microphone. I think this is the limit of what I can do with it, and I definitely don't want to buy a more expensive microphone, so I'm gonna leave it for now. I think I'm quite happy with the setup that I have, apart from I want to buy an actual base for the microphone. That'll probably be next.
French garlic bread says it saturates a little sometimes when you're too close to the microphone, I assume.
I think so. The thing is that I'm not near my microphone at all. I am not near it. I'm more near it to my graphics tablet than I'm near it to my microphone.
French garlic bread says sorry if I don't chat much. I'm still here but I'm working on a program also.
Yeah, same thing. Yeah, if I'm not chatting, it means I'm focusing, drawing on this picture. It doesn't matter if you chat that much. I'm just glad there's someone with me in the stream. So, of course, you do your own projects. Maybe I'll try and think of something to talk about. But meanwhile, I don't really have anything to talk about for now. I don't have much planned for like the weekend. I'm gonna be here streaming, probably the same thing as always. So I'm just pretty much thinking about when I can start my original animation project. I'm really excited about that. But apart from that, my mind's a bit blank. So also I'm a bit sleepy as well. bit sleepy. But my mind's a bit blank as well. But yeah, it's fine. You work on your projects, and you know, you can watch me work on my projects as well. So yeah, we keep each other company that way. Honestly, I just kind of want to finish one chibi because I really want to like move on. I've got like lots of other chibis to
French
drop.
Gallic Bread says I'm just letting you know that I'm here, just battling with my computer because it doesn't want to listen to my codes.
Oh, I see. Okay, I know you're here then. I keep forgetting she has pockets. I always forget. The design I draw, I always forget she has pockets. Why? Why do I keep forgetting this? Like, she's my own character, and I keep forgetting that she has pockets. That's not the right pen size neither. And then they're opposite colours of each other. Okay.
French Gallic Bread says, oh, I have a question. Let's say you have to go the heart doctor like me. How long would it usually take for you to get an appointment in the UK?
If I really wanted to see a doctor, it depends on like scheduling and stuff like that. My doctor's practice, they're quite like what do you call it? They have a rule, and that is 8 o'clock. They either want you to be at the door at 8 o'clock, ready to be free for an appointment, or if I'm lazy, like I would get up about 7:30 and wait until the clock hits 8 o'clock and then call them. And then if I do it correctly, I'm not on a long waiting list. And actually, usually I can get an appointment on the day. If I'm, you know, mostly I plan it very well and I can get an appointment on the same day. But it does mean, like, say if I was working, it means I'll have like to take a whole day off just to try and get a doctor's appointment. Mostly I'm successful because I usually time these things very well. So if I call at 8 o'clock, first thing 8 o'clock in the morning, I would like wait. I'll have the number ready, and once it hits 8 o'clock, I would call the doctor's practice, and I would be the first in the waiting queue, and I usually get an appointment like on the same day. That's not a problem. Generally, I hadn't had any like problems of waiting times. They do say that
French
like
Gallic Bread says it's a week minimum here.
Interesting. So mostly it depends on the time that, you know, I'm available. Since right now I have lots of time, it's very easy for me to get doctor's appointments and such. They're very good at follow-up, so they'll like book the blood tests, so I don't have to do anything. If they book blood tests, I just like come whatever time they tell me to come. And for hospital appointments, it's pretty good as well. They'll arrange it in advance, but sometimes you don't have flexibility, so you know, they give you a date and they just expect you to go on that date. Or unless something happens and they change the date and you still have to like compensate and still have to like attend for that date. They're very inflexible in terms of that. It's kind of like they set the dates and you have to attend them. Yeah. But yeah, I kind of feel for you. It is a bit hard getting doctor's appointments right now. I think my doctor's practice is pretty good actually, despite how busy they are. I still am able to get an appointment. I think the best way to get the appointment is to call on the day at 8. There is a way to like book in advance, but they get filled up so easily. Like I can't get an appointment like 2 weeks. So yeah. Something has come up.
Bread says for blood work I just show up in the morning with my paper and wait for about 5 to 30 minutes, but for special doctors you have to wait a week if not a month.
Yeah, I think it's the same. The blood tests I arrive whenever, and for any special hospital appointments they slot me in whenever. So I think it's okay. So far I've had any problems with the doctors. I kind of just want to see them less. I'm kind of getting a bit sick of seeing the doctors for me. Normally I would see the doctors if I think I have a problem.
French Gallic Bread says is it okay having supper the night before a blood work by the way?
Yeah, it depends what test you're taking. Blood test. I think for one of the blood tests that I took, they said that I couldn't eat breakfast. I had to fast like maybe 6 hours before the blood taking. So I think on that day I had to come back. But the one that I did today didn't require any particular fasting. I think if it says on the form you need to fast, then they would have said you needed to fast. But I've only taken one type of blood test where they did require for you to fast and not eat anything. Yeah, speaking of which, whenever I do go for ultrasound scans, if you're going for the echo, you don't need to do any fasting. But I think for the other for the other ultrasound scans, like the scan of the liver, the scan of the kidneys, they'll require you to fast for a number of hours. Usually if you have like a note, it will specifically say what you need to do. So say that I was going through my ultrasound for the kidneys, I had to drink like 2 liters of water before 90 minutes before the procedure, and then some for the x-ray requires 6 hours of fasting before the procedure, and something for the liver ultrascan would require also 6 hours of like fasting before. But for echo, you don't need to do any type of fasting. I assume for the blood test, if they didn't say that you need to fast, then you don't need to fast. Certainly for my blood test today, I didn't need to fast at all.
French garlic bread says it does state I have to fast, but not how much.
Okay. 6 hours. So, like, when you finish eating dinner at a certain point in time, don't eat anymore. So if you've had dinner, like, I don't know, have your desserts or sweet treats or something and then stop. Make note, like, definitely don't eat at night. And in the morning, just don't eat breakfast. But you said before that you don't eat until 12, so you do like quite a long fast anyway. So you should be fine. Makes it sound like I'm a doctor.
Says I didn't know the word fast also meant not to eat. He. I better my English a lot with you.
Yeah. Fasting. Yeah, I'm glad you know what fasting is. Yeah, fasting is you don't eat. There's like a long period between here. So a long period between the last time you have dinner and like when you skip breakfast. That's called intermittent fasting. Very like common thing people want to do if they want to lose weight. They do intermittent fasting. And also, of course, in Ramadan and like Hindu, Muslim communities, they do like long fasting as well. So it's not a British thing. It's just, I think it is a worldwide thing, fasting.
French garlic bread says, and you're 100% a doctor to me now, no joke.
It's because I've gone through all of this before, so I kind of know what's gonna happen. And yeah, I do have a bit of, I have a bit of science history. I'm not a doctor though. I'm not a doctor. I think it's mostly because I've recently gone through with all these scans, so I know what's gonna happen. Okay, I admit the angina and heart palpitations is because, no, it's also because a family member's gone through it with it, but I also studied pharmacology, so I know a bit about it. So that's not because I'm a doctor or anything. Just, I think I studied it in the past, I think. Also, the internet kind of has a lot of like medical like terms and histories and stuff. You could learn a lot of this stuff off the internet as well. Yeah, just one moment. I want to check something, so I'm gonna be right back.
Says still, you were spot on about what my doctor said. If anything, you could do his job.
No way. To be a doctor, you need to study about 6 to 8 years. No way I could do it. But I'm glad that I was spot on though with your condition. But yeah, I need to do something, so I'm gonna be right back. I'm good. Good. Okay. All is well. So anyway, I'm going to get back to streaming. If I remembered. Actually, the easiest way is just to do this. Yeah, as I said before, Philo, doctors, they take a lot of years to study to become a doctor. It's like 6 to 8 years, I think. I'm not clever enough either. Would have been funny if you told the doctor, oh yeah, the streamer said like the exact same thing as the doctor said. A random PNG tuber knew all this stuff. About angina and tachycardia and doing ECGs and echoes. I feel like these chibis is gonna take me like another week to do. I always say, I feel like it's gonna take me forever to finish these projects. I've certainly been working on the previous animation project for too long that I lost track of how long it took me to make it. And I feel like this is also taking me too long. I know I'm an artist, a hobby artist. I should really take my time with these things, but I have like 1,000 projects I want to do. Just like, I just want to finish this and move on to the next project, and then the next project, and then the next project. I'm not sick of doing it, I just like a bit impatient, like I want to hurry up and finish doing this. And I know that's not a good thing to rush. Art in a way is supposed to be about taking your time. And I know there's like plenty of other art streamers who take like from God knows how many hours doing an art piece. I think I have like spent quite a bit of time doing art pieces. I don't like some art piece, maybe I don't remember some of the art pieces that maybe 10 hours or something. Definitely for animation, I spent like months on it. The animation's different because you've got to draw all the frames compared to doing one illustration. What I mean is that some artists take like a lot of hours just to finish one illustration.
Says there are a lot of projects I want to do also, but the problem is that I'm not skilled enough, haha.
Yeah, it's like an ambition. It's like you want to do as many projects as possible. I think for me, it's just that I have all these projects I want to do. I don't have enough time. Not enough time in the day for me to do them. I mean, also I think, I'm not that skilled. But I think for me, it's just time. It takes a lot of time to do these things, I guess. Started raining! I'm lucky I'm indoors. I'm not outdoors, outside, in the rain. I don't know, who likes the rain? I mean, oh god. I mean, I like the rain if and watching it rain from the inside, I think is quite fascinating. But being outside in the rain, that's different.
French Gallic Bread says I love being outside, especially working under the rain. Don't ask why, don't know why.
You're the opposite of me. I don't really like being out in the rain. I don't like being out that much. I'm just happy that I'm indoors for once and just not in the rain.
French Gallic Bread says it's been sunny for days now. It rains rarely here in the south anyway.
I see. It rains pretty often where I am. I mean, I know for like tomorrow it's not gonna rain. But of course, if it's like sunny all week, it's definitely gonna rain like more. Especially, well, you know, since it's autumn now, it's definitely gonna rain more often. So I should, you know, be, you know, prepared for it or something. But yeah. You know, I'm envious of the countries that, you know, it doesn't rain at all. Like, never rains, it's always sunny. Can't imagine what it is for people if they migrate to a place where it always snows or it always rains. They wouldn't be adjusted to the climate.
French Gallic Bread says I would love to live in a snowy area, it just looks so magical.
I think so, yeah. It would be nice. It'd be nice and cozy, because you don't have to worry about the heat or anything like that. I'm not too sure what weather I like. I think I definitely don't like the summer, but I like the spring, and I like winter. There's probably, I'm not too sure what kind of weather. I just don't want it to be raining all the time. I wouldn't mind snow. I'm not too sure, honestly.
French Gallic Bread says winter is top tier season.
Nice and cozy season. I like it though. I do like winter, I admit.
French Gallic Bread says I mean in summer when it's too hot, there is absolutely nothing you can do about it. Hate that season.
Yeah, I do agree. I also don't like summer that much because, yeah, you can't do anything about the heat. It's horrible. You can't sleep properly. You feel disgusting and icky, and it's too hot. Yeah. So I admit I do like the winter. But then I also like the blue sky and the sun. It feels nice though sometimes. That's why I say that I like spring better, because it's like just right. Okay, it seems to be not playing. So I'm gonna just keep it to afternoon streams for now. I don't really feel like gaming. Not that I hate gaming. I just need a bit of a break from it. It's also a bit too much on my plate right now. So no gaming until maybe my birthday stream. I'll think about gaming. But for now, it will just be this stream, and then I'm gonna like rest a bit. I need to do a bit of chores anyway, so I need to rest. Also need to do the Etsy order as well. Yeah, and some chores. And of course, no stream tomorrow because I gotta do my duty to the academy. But hopefully Friday this weekend I'll stream. It will be this, I'm afraid.
French Gallic Bread says, oh, you have an Etsy.
Yes, I have an Etsy. It's not under SkyeMorph though. It's under my other artist name that I always use. But it's kind of niche things. So keychains, standees, like I said before, my niche fandoms. So Fire Emblem Engage, Torchwood. There was some others as well. Some chibis. Nothing serious really. It's only like a side hustle for me. I don't really get that much money, and actually most of my sales are Fire Emblem Engage because hey, there is fans for Fire Emblem Engage. It's not only free houses, but it's nothing serious really. I only just recently started getting sales. I never thought I could actually get sales off of my Etsy. But it's only one Etsy order I have to do. It's not like multiple Etsy orders. It's not hard. Oh, I've already packed the item. I just need to like pay for postage and, you know, go to the post office to post it. It's nothing. I think I'm going to post it tomorrow though. But I just need to make the postage label and such. Would be fun in the future. I could make merch of a SkyeMorph and sell it. I don't think that's gonna happen anytime soon. Because I've had some history with like making merch, manufacturing merch. I know what suppliers to use to make like keychains and standees, and I do make my own stickers. So I kind of have a bit of knowledge with like making merch. It's not too hard, honestly. And of course, shikishis is like a unique thing I do. But, yeah.
French Gallic Bread says home. Well, maybe for your birthday I should order something from you, like a commission or whatnot, if that helps you, that is.
Aw, that's so nice of you. I don't actually offer commissions on my Etsy shop. I actually don't. The Etsy shop is just for physical items I'm selling. If you want to actually commission me, that would be through my Twitter or actual donations. Yeah, the Etsy shop is actually just for physical items. Speaking of which, I haven't even set up my donations. I haven't even set it up. I'll try and set it up before my birthday or something. I do need to draw the donations, Chibi. I do have a PayPal account specifically for my business, so I'm going to be using that as the donations, the donation link. I don't even know how Steam Labs works. Steam Labs, Steam Elements. I don't know how Steam Elements do donations. I feel like the Etsy shop is just for me to... It's an excuse for me to make merch of very niche characters that I want, and then I sell the leftovers to Etsy and maybe some shikishis. That's the purpose of my Etsy shop. It's just to sell some unique, quirky things from niche fandoms that people might be hard finding merch for. And also, I like to have like merch of my own art. I have like I specifically made a corkboard, and it's full of the merch that I drew. I just like to have it on display. Am I a hoarder? I think I'm a hoarder. I think. Yeah, speaking of which, I do need to place an order with my manufacturer. I want to make like a few more keychains to put up on my Etsy shop.
French Gallic Bread says you should totally set up a donation thingy before your birthday, 100%.
Yeah, I'll work on it. I'll work on it. You know what? I'm just lazy. I will do it before my birthday. I'll do it. I'll set up a donation. I have an account. I have a PayPal account for business. So I'll use that. So I will set it up. I'm just working on it. I'm working on it.
French Gallic Bread says, and is Fire Emblem that niche? I never played any of these, but I definitely know about it.
Yes. I mean, Fire Emblem is not that niche. It is kind of popular. It's just... So, there was 2 recent Fire Emblem games that came out on the Switch. One was Free Hope. So, Free Hopes, laugh out loud. Free Houses. And the recent one that came out was Engage. So, Fire Emblem Free Houses was incredibly popular. It was like a massive hit. Incredibly popular. I think back in the day, there was so much fan merch and so much fan art. I think still to this day, there is so much fan art and fan merch of this series. It was a massive hit. And of course, I played the game as well. Like, I finished it once, but I was lazy to finish the other 2 routes. But recently Fire Emblem Engage came out, and not many people really liked it. They thought like Free Houses was like a superior game, and so because of that, Fire Emblem Engage kind of became the niche. And while Fire Emblem Free Hopes is still Free Houses is still incredibly popular. I think you can find a lot of fan merch and a lot of fan art of Free Houses, but like very little fan art with Engage because nobody liked that game. Nobody apart from me and like a few artists on Twitter that do like Fire Emblem Engage. So I want to like appeal to that fandom because I know not many people liked it. I really enjoyed the game. Like I thought it was great. I finished it twice, so I really liked Engage. Nothing wrong with Free Houses. I also like that game, but I really like Engage. So I'm just kind of doing a me thing. So I'm just kind of drawing fan art for things that I like and making things for I like, because the thing is that when I go to conventions, when I go to anime conventions, I'm sure in France there's like conventions as well. Like France has Japan Expo, it's massive. I've never been to Japan Expos in Paris, but when I go to conventions, I never find the merch for my fandom. So no one wants to do Fire Emblem Engage merch. Nobody. They all want to do Genshin. It's just all Genshin. Recently it's gotten better. Recently there's been like more fandoms for like, I don't know, Ace Attorney and like Frieren and like Dungeon Meshi and like the popular anime that's going on. But you'll never see Fire Emblem Engage stuff. You never see it. I never seen it. So that's why I think it became a niche, because the new game wasn't as good as Free Houses. Even though Fire Emblem in itself is still quite a popular franchise from Nintendo. So it's kind of for me to like vent my frustrations out, you know. It's like I like niche fandoms, but artist alleys, the artists I see just don't do them. You know, they don't appeal to my fandom. So I'm like, well, I have to be my own supplier and I have to make my own merch. And I see like a few buyers on Etsy say the same thing. They say, oh, I don't see a lot of Fire Emblem Engage stuff, so I'm buying from you. It's kind of like that. And like I said, don't get me wrong, I like Genshin, used to play Genshin. I like Dungeon Meshi, I like Frieren. I mean, I like Spy X Family. It's just sometimes you see so much of it, it's like you don't really want to buy any more from them. And of course, for me, I keep saying Torchwood.
French Gallic Bread says maybe I should try to go to a convention one day. Is there Berserk stuff you think?
No. No. Berserk's good, right? It's certainly popular, but Berserk hadn't had an adaptation in years. It's been off. Berserk sadly has become a niche. I don't think. I think if you want Berserk stuff, I think you need to fly to Japan. Because I heard in Japan they did like Berserk, they had a Berserk cafe and they were selling Berserk merch in Japan. I think that might be your best bet. I don't think you should go to a convention just to look for Berserk. I think you actually need to fly to Japan. I think you need to fly to Japan.
French Gallic Bread says okay, never mind, I'm staying in my forest.
I think if you want Berserk merch, you need to fly to Japan. I think you need to do that. I don't think conventions will have it because they only do the popular franchises. So Frieren, Dungeon Meshi, whatever's in trend right now. I don't think they're going to be doing Berserk anytime soon. Berserk hadn't had an adaptation in years.
French Gallic Bread says I really love it, but I haven't finished reading it. Mangas are expensive.
Yeah, I assume so. I'm a bit squeamish, so I'm not have. I know what Berserk is. I just don't dare to read it. So, or I haven't watched the anime neither. I don't dare to watch the anime or the recent films that came out. Doesn't sound like it's my thing. Yeah, sorry, I'm just catching my breath because I have been talking quite a lot. But yeah, my fandoms are incredibly niche. I don't think anyone has heard of my fandoms before. Incredibly niche. Old fandoms as well. I don't know why I got back into them. I honestly do not know why. Yeah. But, I think, there's always something for everyone. And I admit, when I'm not really, don't want to be that open when I talk about my fandoms. I just say, oh, I like Engage. Yeah, I like Engage. I like Torchwood. I like stuff like that. So, I'll say my recent fandoms is definitely Engage. Definitely Fire Emblem Engage. And Unicorn Overlord as well. Although, I haven't been drawing a lot of Unicorn Overlord. What a name as well. It sounds so grandiose. Unicorn Overlord. It's a really good game, by the way. I think it recently sold like 1 million copies, so good for Vanillaware. I hope they make a sequel. There's been a Fire Emblem drought, so if they make another Unicorn Overlord 2, I'll be grateful. I'll play it. I'm thinking about playing Unicorn Overlord again, but on a harder difficulty, because I did play it on casual last time. But recently, there's no anime that I haven't gotten into lately. I think I like Frieren, I like Dungeon Meshi. I didn't really think they were like standouts in particular. It's been a while since I've watched an anime that I've resonated with a lot. I kind of just watch and I'd be like, oh yeah, that's good, and then don't really think about it. And also, it's incredibly hard to catch up with anime right now.
French Gallic Bread says there is an old series of games called Patapon 1, 2 and 3 literally nobody knows about. They are making their 4th game on Steam. I'm so excited. Yeah, lots of niche games, right? Indie games, niche games.
Mostly I kind of play the games based on word of mouth. So like Peglin, I heard through word of mouth, and Vampire Survivors word of mouth. Hades is I blame Supergiant Games because you know, they made like a male couple, Zagreus and Thanatos, really like appealing. So that's why I started playing Hades. And then I realized, you know, I like to torture myself with it. So I go and play that. And I play Hades 2, since, you know, Hades 2 is in early access. But also, Supergiant Games are really good. I played a bit of Bastion, Transistor, I finished. Pyre, I do want to play Pyre on the stream, because I bought it and then I didn't touch it. So... But I have heard of Patapon. I think I've heard about it. They used to be on the SNES.
Has ever played sandboxes like Terraria or whatnot?
I do have Terraria. It's just I'm not familiar with sandbox games. I kind of do like to play games that have objectives. So something like open world like Minecraft or Terraria, I'm not that well. You know, the exception of open world games is Animal Crossing. I admit I do like Animal Crossing. Also, I used to play a lot of Fantasy Life as well. I love Fantasy Life. The Switch sequel is like delayed, so I don't know when I get to play Fantasy Life.
French Gallic Bread says there was a game called Drawn to Life on the DS. It was so cool.
I think I've heard of that game as well, Drawn to Life. Also those Scribblenauts, that was quite fun. Yeah, lots of games. Speaking of which, on my birthday, October the 11th, they're gonna release the new Fancy Atlas game. Metaphor, of course, called. It looks really good. There's two problems. First of all, it's very expensive. It's like £60. That's a lot. That's a lot of money. That is a lot. I admit, when I did buy Unicorn Overlord, I did pay like £50 for it. But £60? And then on top of that, for the Steam version of that game, it's like, what did they say? It needed like 93 gigs? It's like, holy moly, 93 gigs? That is a lot. That is a lot. I'm not getting that. Well, I'm gonna probably watch some, like, streams
French
of that game.
Bread says how many dollar is a pound?
I'm not too sure. I think the UK pound is kind of strong, so £60 would be like $70-80. I could check the conversion rate, see how much £60 is in dollars. I could check. What'd that be? For me, because since I'm buying a lot in yen,
French Greek Bread says, well, okay, yeah, that's expensive.
That is quite expensive, right? Let me check. What's £60 in dollars? Yeah, that is almost $80 for a game. $80 for a game. That is too. And plus, you need almost 100 gigs of memory just to install the game. That's too much. Okay, look, my poor computer. Yeah, I can't. I need it for art. I need to do it on. I need it for art and stuff. Yeah, I can't justify. You know, first of all, it's expensive. It's $80, and second of all, you need almost 100 gigs free in you know the hard drive to even install the game. So sadly, yeah, I'm not playing it. I'm sure there's plenty of other streamers who's gonna stream that game.
French Gallic Bread says, oh yeah, I had to pay the fourth patapon in yen. I kinda have no idea how much I gave them, ha ha ha.
The yen's quite weak right now. I'd say, like, because I've been commissioning artists on Skype, they use yen. It's really cheap. It's like 1,500 yen is supposed to be equivalent to $15, but in UK pounds, it's quite cheap. It's like £8. So that's pretty cheap. That's like a massive rate down. So yen equivalent in the UK is a bit different. But I think if you bought it in yen, it's gonna be super cheap. I think you would have saved money if you bought in yen.
French Gallic Bread says, I had no other option. It's a Japanese studio.
No, what I mean is that you should be buying in yen because it'll be cheap. The conversion rate from yen to your currency, you would have saved a lot of money. So, are you gonna play in Japanese then? Is it in Japanese, or do they have like other languages available? Okay, I'm gonna finish the eyes, and then that will probably be near the end of the stream. So, okay, I think it's been okay. We finished
French
one
Gallic
chibi.
Bread says there will be all European languages, of course. I don't know Japanese at all.
Okay, so it'll be in French, so it'll be good. It'll be good. I mean, you know, can't blame you for not knowing Japanese. You know, Japanese is a hard language after all. It took me a while to process Japanese. But actually, if I was to play a game in Japanese, I'd probably still struggle. So, yeah. Although I can now actually read a Japanese novel with no problems. Yeah, I think a few days ago I was trying to read Japanese comics on stream, and it did take me a while to process them because obviously it was hard to read, and also I was trying to interact real time with Miyuki-san. But yeah.
French Gallic Bread says that's actually insane. I don't think I could properly read a complex English book myself.
I mean, it's just a, I don't know, I've been training to do it, so I've gotten used to it. Gotten used to reading quick in Japanese. So it's taken me years to do it though. So, and lots of books. I've read a lot of books. Funny, I read a book in English and it's really boring. I get bored, but reading in Japanese is fun. It's challenging.
Says I took a light novel in English because it was either English or Japanese though, so yeah. I guess I'm okay-ish.
Yeah. For me, it took me a while to read in Japanese, but now I'm kind of completely, it kind of like when I read in Japanese, it's like a puzzle. I try and decipher the words and try and like read the meaning. It kind of feels like I'm always taking a mini test on reading. And also it's good to increase my reading because I am going to be taking the JLPT in December, so I need to speed read in that exam, so because you get a limited amount of time to answer all the questions, so it's in the end everything is for practice. So funny, on the day of my blood test, I was waiting in the doctor's practice, and I did pick up my book, my Japanese book, and I read about half of it. Went pretty much going through the pages, burning through the pages, and it's quite a complex book as well. It's like a self-help book, kind of a lot of philosophy, a lot of theories, and it's just really interesting book. Like and it's a series. I bought the whole series, and I'm reading through the final series of it. But God. A lot of what the author says is just a lot of like a lot of trash, honestly. But yeah. But you know what the ironic thing is that I have met Japanese people, like one Japanese person in particular, and she was so impressed with that I read Japanese books. She's like she doesn't even read them, and she's like a Japanese native. And I don't know if that's flattery or me boasting, but kind of weird that she's a Japanese native and she doesn't even read what I read. I guess I'm hardcore. I'm very hardcore in that case. But no, Miruki though in the few streams was typing in complete Japanese. I don't know how they were typing that fast for me to read. They must have been using Google Translate or something because I can't type that fast in Japanese. It's hard for me to type in Japanese. It's incredibly hard. I don't know how they were doing it. I am so tempted to carry this off stream. I feel like maybe tonight off stream I'm going to do a few more chibis. I think maybe I want to work on the donation chibi and get that donation thing rolling. So actually I am quite tempted, like off stream tonight I'm going to work on this chibis a bit more.
French garlic bread says yes, you totally should do that.
I think I will do it. And then I'll test it out. I think that's one chibi done. I think the eyes just need the black eyes and then I'm done. And then what I'll do is I'll cut out this white background, and then obviously I can scale down this
French
chibi.
Greek bread says I can buy you a cookie to see if it works.
Cookie. It's just I've got other things to do, like the Etsy order. I will get around to it though. Hopefully, definitely before my birthday stream, I'll get it working. She's almost done. That's just one. It was just one chibi. I still have like 4 more or something, or 3 more to do. The slime's not even been coloured in yet.
French Gallic bread says it took you like what? 3 hours total to do it.
Yeah. I told you I take longer in colouring in than I do in doing line art, no? To tell you the truth, 3 hours is probably quite quick actually. I think some artists have spent even longer. Okay, I'm a bit stubborn. I just want to do the finishing touches on this, and then I'm definitely done. Okay, what I might do... Okay, maybe during my day off, I'll work on the donation one. I mean, I'll say that, and then you'll see me again on Friday, and I won't have done anything. Won't have done anything at all. Okay, I'm definitely done.
French Gallic bread says work on it whenever you want, but you should do it before your birthday. Hint, hint.
Yes, I will. I will definitely get it done before my birthday. So I'll probably, you know, most likely not get it done like tomorrow, you know. Like I said, you've said, it took me 3 hours to do this one. So, yeah, it's going to take a little bit of time. But I will get around to it. I will. It'll be something that I'll put on my to-do list. But yeah, I like this. This is good. I will probably work on the donation one next, I say. I think the ones that I want up is the about, the social media, a schedule, rules. I also want a rules one, and I want a donation. And then there will be the ones that I stick with for now. But yeah. I think that will be it for today. So yeah, no stream tomorrow. Got something to do. And hopefully see you on Friday if you're, you know, still recovering, Philo, from like your hospital visits and hospital things like that. Okay, I'll work on the donation one. I'll probably do the line art off stream, and maybe I will do colouring, and probably you'll see it on Friday. Maybe in the weekend I'll rig it up, probably get it working or something. I'll definitely do it before my birthday though, so yeah. Anyway, yeah, that's all for the stream today. Hope you catch me on Friday. No gaming stream for a while. But yeah, so thanks for accompanying me, Philo. Hope your programming project is good. I am gonna take a break.
French Gallic Bread says thank you very much for the stream, Sky.
Hey, you're welcome. Au revoir. Ugh, I am out of breath and I am tired, so I am gonna go and rest and think about things that I want to do, and hope to see you all on Friday.
French Gallic Bread says bye bye au revoir, go rest.
Yes, thank you. So I hope to see you all again soon. Bye-bye. Bye.